Welcome everyone, this is Amber, and today we are going to try this open bottom style wrap. This I've done with a teardrop shape, and then this one I add a little extra to the bottom. It's a bigger oval shape, and we are going to do this oval shape labradorite. Oh, and pretty colors in there. We're going to be wrapping this one with 20 gauge square copper wire. I have 3 pieces that are 12 inches long. I'm going to be using 28 gauge half round wire. I'm going to leave it on the spool for now. I'm going to take, for the first part, we're going to take about 6 inches. Snip about 6 inches off of here. Alright. Now we're going to look at our wires, put them all together really nice and even. Push them together at the end. Get them all smoothed out. We're going to grab it in the middle. It looks to be about the middle. Make sure they're all pushed together nice and flat. We're going to take that half round wire. We're going to put the flat side down. And I know this can be tricky, especially with this smaller gauge, to see the difference. Let me try to show you. This is the flat side. It's a little bit, it kind of looks unfinished almost. So you want to put that side down, touching your square wire, and this will be the round side that we have facing out. So we're going to wrap around our square wires, all 3 square wires, a few times, pulling them tight, laying them over even, one right after the other, until we use up the bits of wire. Hope everybody's been doing well. I know it's close to the holidays and things can get a little bit crazy sometimes. I think we about got things covered here. Cooking Christmas dinner here this year, and that's a little nervy. So we're just going to keep going around with that till we finish, and we want to finish with our wire on both sides, facing both sides, and the ends on both sides, excuse me. And we are going to snip them. Oh, my phone don't want to focus today. Let me skip back a little. We're going to snip them both on the same side with our cutters. Turn that over. And then we're going to smush it down nice and tight, making sure we're still in the middle here. Focus. Smush them down with our pliers, nice and neat. Alright, now for this one, since we want to leave a little bit of an open bottom, we're going to put a bend where we put our half round wire. So I grab it in the middle and come on, phone, work with me today. Let's see, back it up a little bit. Now we're going to take it in the middle and put a bend in it, about like this. And if your wire is not right in the middle right now, you can still smush it around until you get it even on both sides. Now we're going to take our stone. Let's see which side looks best. Oh, I think that looks good. Alright. Now normally we would set our stone down in here, touching the bottom, but because we want to leave an open bottom, this time all the wires nice and even on each side, not crisscross. This time we're going to take it, you could go up a little bit higher, it depends on how big you want your bottom. But I'm going to put ours, let's see, about right there. So you hold your stone really tight right there and start pushing the wire one side over your stone. Doing the same thing with the other side. Pushing it down to your stone, holding your stone tight. Like this. You could take your stone out now if you want to. We're going to put the little bends here on each side in the same spot until they're nice and even. You got something that looks a little bit like this, almost an oval shape, like that. Now we're going to cut off about 6 more inches of our half round wire. Bad at actually measuring these things, so I tend to end up with extra scrap sometimes. But there's almost always a use that you can come up with for your extra scrap, or you can recycle. So many things. Alright, make sure all your wires are coming up nice and even, not crisscrossed. Take your half round wire, we're going to leave most of it on this side for now, just a little bit, well, a couple inches on this side. Hold it with your finger. We're going to go around our whole frame a few times. I think I did it four times. We're going to come up between our frame, nice and tight, in the middle. And then we're going to snip this end off, up in there really good. I got some new wire in that I worked with this morning. They accidentally sent me the wrong kind, and it's the first time I've ever worked with half hard wire instead of this dead soft, and it has my fingers so sore. What kind of wire do you guys usually like to work with? I prefer dead soft, definitely, no matter the gauge. Alright, so we'll take our stone. We'll go this side. We're going to pop it back in the middle about where we want it. We're going to leave this gap, okay? So we've got a little bit at the top, a little bit at the bottom. We're going to turn it over, keeping our stone in the center. We're going to take our fingernail and lift up this side just a little, push it toward the center. Same thing with this back wire on the other side. Lift it up and push it toward the center just a bit. This is just to get it right now, so we can bend that more with our pliers in a bit. We'll do the same thing on the front, except we're going to use our pliers with this one. We're going to lift up the front wire, and instead of putting the bend down here where we normally would, we're going to put it at the bottom of our stone. So lift this up just a little to get your pliers under it right here. Put our pliers about under the bottom of our stone right there. Bend it towards our stone like this, where the wire goes over the side of your stone a little. We'll do the same thing on this side. Lift it up to get your pliers right toward the bottom. Try to get it as even as you can with the other side. And we're going to turn it towards our stone just a little, like this. Okay, so now we have it trapped from falling out the bottom. It still move up, and that's okay for right now, but it's not going to fall out the bottom. Alright, so now what I want you to do is make sure this is nice good line even here, and take the two sides, the two front wires coming up on each side, and pull toward you like this. You see, let's see what I mean. You follow the two sides coming up like this, and pull them towards you, down into the front just a little. So you have these two back wires, the ones that, let me show you, the ones that come up here, you want them to make your bell with. That's going to be the two in the very back, like this. We're going to take what's left of our half round wire and start wrapping it around our bell, flat side down, just like we did on the bottom. Go around both of these bell wires. Keep it nice and steady till we've used up all of this piece we cut off. I'm getting a little bit more used to looking through the phone, making sure you guys can see what I'm doing, but also trying to do it correctly while I'm doing this part. It's pretty much the same old thing. I'm curious. I was thinking about doing a live on YouTube sometime with you guys. Now, normally, when I'm making jewelry, I'm sitting on my couch. I have it in my lap. I have some kind of silly video going on. And I'm just wrapping. But that wouldn't make a very good video for y'all. But if we went live together sometimes, it wouldn't even have to be the same design. We could just work on something together, and y'all could talk to me, and we could ask questions and just get to know each other a little bit. All right. Well, I'm jabbering. We just went round and round and round. We want to keep going till we got enough to finish on the back side. So we're going to snip that. Now you can make this longer if you want a longer bell. I'm keeping this one kind of short since we have so much extra on the bottom. All right, we're going to snip that on the back. And then we're going to smush it down nice and flat, like that. And we're going to curl it around to make our little loop for our chain to go through. We're going to take these back wires, make sure they're not crisscross, stick them through our frame all the way through. You can pull this straight from the front if it helps you out. Now, we're going to push it through until we got our bell about like we want it, like this. This weather's got my voice all kind of silly. All right, so this is what we got going on right now. I'm sorry. I was going to show y'all on the back side here. I was going to bend it in a little bit more. This makes it a little bit more sturdy. Tightens everything up a little. Just go back in there and put your bends. Try to get them even. Put your bends in the back like that. Now this is what we got. Starting to get a little more trapped at the top, but not yet. It's still trapped at the bottom. Okay, these wires we ran through the frame. Kind of straighten them out a little bit, just so they'll be easier to work with. We're going to take one on each side and wrap it around to the back of our frame like this. Then for this one, instead of keep going around, we're going to snip this one in the back. Snip it short so we can tuck it in there with our pliers. We're just going to give it a little smush up into our frame, like that. We're going to take this one, do the same thing, go around the back of our frame, snip it short, and we're going to tuck it in there. Push it up into your frame, getting the end out of the way. I actually think I could snip that one just a little bit more. It's a little long. There we go. Now we smoosh it up in there a little bit better. If you feel like now that it's a little more sturdy, you can go back in and tighten these bends a little bit more. You guys can see what I'm doing. I'm doing it kind of lopsided. Okay, so now we have it pretty sturdy. We're going to take your fingers and we're going to smush this in just a little bit. We want to make it a little bit pointier. Get it about like you want it, and then you can take your pliers to make it even a little bit more pointier. Put a little pressure at a time. You don't want to go too far to get it a little more pointy. Now here's where your artisticness can come in, and you can do all sorts of designs. Like we just kind of swooped and swirled with this one, wrapped a little thing down here. This one today, I think I got that really uneven because I'm working like this. I need to stop doing that and look straight through my phone. I'm getting there, you guys. I'm getting there. We are slowly learning this together. Oh, I know the wraps, but I don't know how to do them very well on camera yet. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. All right. We're going to take these two wires, push these back out of your way. We're going to take these two, and we're going to push them to the side, put our thumb right here. We're going to make a little, pull them down with this side. Hold them with your thumb to put a little loop in here, whatever size loop you would like. Pull it to this side. You can do that like this. And we're going to pull it around our frame. Hold in with your thumb as you go. Put all the way around and back up to the top of the other side, like that. You have them sticking up over here. Now we're going to come down our frame again toward the front. Do you have this? It starts a swoop. We go around, back up to top, and now we're here, like that. So for this one, we're going to take this bottom wire, pull it down just a little bit. The top one, we are going to snip just a little, make it really short so we can tuck it into our frame. This is completely up to you. You can make any kind of design with this. Once you've got this frame set where your stone's nice and good, you can just get really artistic with this. Push it in there. We're just going to tuck that one right in there. Now for this one, I want to get a little loopy. We're just going to put a little loop. Slowly push with your finger till you get the bends in it like you like. Come around with the end. Yeah. I'm just going to snip this one off, I believe, for today. We're going to snip it and just curl this loop in with our pliers a little bit. So we just have a little fun swirly here. I think this labradorite has a bunch of little swirly colors in it. So we need a little swirl to go along with it. Okay, now, here's your choice to leave this open if you would like, or close it up and just add some little extras down there. If you would like to, you can. Come around this back wire, this very back wire, come around the back like this. If you like, you don't have to do this. This is just a little something extra, and it helps hold your stone a little bit too. Come around toward the bottom of your frame like this. You can spin your wire around into your frame again, going around, pushing it through, pulling it tight. If you want to use your pliers to get it a little bit tighter, you can do that. Push it down onto there. That makes your frame even more sturdy. Now we can come up and go this way with it and put a loop, or we can keep going around some more. I think for this one, we're going to just put us a little loop in here. Another little swirly at the bottom on the opposite side. Just curl with your fingers till you get whatever shape you like. And then I'm going to snip ours a little bit shorter because I don't want ours that big on this stone. I'm going to take your pliers and curl, make your loop as much as you would like. Smush it down till it's nice and even. And that's what we did for this one. You can take this other back wire right here. We're going to pull it around under our bell like that. Pull it up to your bell like this. We're going around and up. We're going to snip this one really short. And we're going to tuck it. Well, let me cut off a little bit more. We're going to tuck it into our bell, the bottom of our bell. And then, like I said, you could get really artistic with this. You could use this to make another loop if you wanted. So we've tucked that into our bell. And here we go. You could always add extra like you like. I'm probably going to take a piece of half round wire. Just need a little bit. I'd say this is a couple inches. And this works really well, the smaller gauge, for connecting these little loops, because look, you don't want to just leave them free like that because they can pull, they can hang in clothes, and you don't want that to happen. Nobody wants the jewelry hanging off in their clothes or hair or anything else. So you could take this half round piece, stick it through there. Oh, don't be nervous, Amber. Just put it through there. Like that, hooking it to your frame. Can you see? And then just go back around and make some more loops till you feel like it's pretty sturdy on your frame. I'd say 3 or 4 times for this size. Let's do one more for now. Let's do one more. Now let's see. No. One more. We'll do one more. It's kind of a decision you have to make as you go. I swear everyone's a little bit different that you make. That's one of the best things about doing this, is everyone is so individual and unique to who made it and who wears it. All right, so now that has sturdied up our loop. It's not gonna get hung anywhere. We'll cut the ends off inside our frame so it's not poking anyone. Just snip them off. And we're going to smoosh them down. Smush them down tight like that. And here we go. We have our open bottom wrap that you can add swirlies to. You can even make it a little bit pointier if you wanted to. And our stone is nice and trapped in there. And now we're just need to oxidize it. Hope you guys liked the video and the wrap. There's so many different things you can do with this type of wrap. And I'm excited to see you all try it and see your creations. If you like to see more of my videos in your YouTube newsfeed, just subscribe, the subscribe button that's below the video. Just hit that and you'll start seeing more of my videos. And leave me a like if you like the wrap. Comment if you have any questions about it. And have a great day, everybody. Thank you for watching.